Warning, this content is not for kids. If you're a kid, f off.
Look at this fishy looking thing. The fuck do you think this is? It's just because I have a wide angled lens on the camera. How cool was that, man? It does even look like another Star Wars character, does it? Anyway, boys and girls, the time has come to say goodbye to this. I've had him for so long. I'm not actually getting rid of it, I just mean like how it looks right now. I'm going to pimp it up. I had it sitting on a stand on a shelf just in front of the window. I was sitting there. The thing was facing me. That's where the sun would hit. Look at the state of that. I never noticed that until I took it off the stand. Then I had an idea that I'm going to battle damage this. I could make that look like it's kind of burnt, put holes in it kind of thing, like axe holes, to make it look like he's been in some kind of battle. And then I thought, I'm going to paint him gold. I've got a shit ton of gold spray paint, as you well know, so I thought, gold Stormtrooper. If Dave's watching this right now, he'd be like, it's not a Stormtrooper if it's gold. Well, I'm sorry, mate, I don't know what the gold ones are called. I know the black ones are the Shadow Troopers. Yeah, I'm going to turn this into gold. And those of you with a keen eye, it's the only thing written there. TESD, T-E-S-D, what does that stand for? Anyone who's cool enough to be at any of the Edinburgh or Glasgow Comic-Cons over the years will recognise this helmet. You might have seen me kicking Green Lantern's arse at paper, scissors, stone, or rock, paper, scissors, however you lot say it. Or you may remember me bumping into my mate Barry the Wompat. Good times, man, good times. So, this TESD stands for Tell 'em Steve Dave. It's my favourite podcast. Tell 'em Steve Dave probably is the best podcast on the planet. Might just be the best podcast. Right, know what to do. Go and listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave, any Tell 'em Steve Dave podcast, and you tell me if you think it's the best podcast on them. It's clearly comedy based, so it will never be boring, I can guarantee you that. I decided that I want to do battle damage, and I want a gold one as well. I can have both of these things. 2 helmets, and still have this one. The plan is now to make a fucking mould of this. I'm going to make a mould of this, and then I could make a cast of it. And then I could make as many casts of it as I like because I'll have the mould. You get me? I can have a whole army of Stormtroopers. Well, let's just start with 1. Let's just start with 2, because we already have 1. This is 1. Right, I'm sorry, Steve and Dave. Because if I don't take that off, the mould will have that lettering on it, and my plan is to make a stencil of this lettering so I can still have a Tell 'em Steve Dave Stormtrooper helmet. There was one boy, I think it was the Glasgow Comic Con. It was a couple of years ago anyway. One guy thought this said Tesco, so every time he passed me he shouted Tesco. Yeah, we got a good chuckle out of that. Why is this cunt got Tesco on his? Is that a Tesco Stormtrooper helmet? Tesco's a fucking shopping market over in the UK, by the way, like Walmart. Right, so clearly we'll need to clean that then. It still looks like it says Tesco, does it? Tesco. Job done. So now I'm going to need to take out the eyes. Look like they're sealed in quite well, but that black strip there, that's what the black bits are. Oh, look, you can actually see the light through there. So that's gaps there. The silicone for my mould will pour through those gaps. So I'm going to take this off, cover the gaps. There's kind of a gap there because this came in 3 sections. This whole section here was one section, this was one section, and this was one section. It fit into a box that size, and like that can't be in the Stormtrooper helmet in a box that size. That's why it came in a box that size. I even plugged some holes. Just figured out that I can't take this black bit off without taking this bit off. That's the microphone to change your voice into a Stormtrooper, but it's just not a powerful microphone. There's the speaker for it, so the speaker's behind you when you're talking, so nobody can hear what the fuck you're saying. I don't know how much I'm going to take off because all that's connected to... Which way would the wire be running? That way? Because that's the speaker there, is it? There's the batteries, there's the speakers. So imagine the wire comes that way rather than all the way fucking round the helmet. So I might just have to take all that bit off, fold it up, and tape it there so it doesn't move. You know I'm going to fuck this up, don't you? I'm going to fuck this up. And these bits, they're going to be a pain in the ass to mould. And they look like they just click on there. I think they did at one point, they just clicked in. But there's a glue that's been put there as well. I can't get them off and I don't want to force it, so I'm just going to have to fucking fill all that with silicone. That's definitely no coming off. That's like it's been put through there and then melted off at the other side. Trying to be gentle as fuck with this, man. That's from the right nostril. No, left nostril. Yeah, left nostril. That's from the right nostril. No, my ass from my elbow. Okay. Sweet, so that's just the wee rest. As you can see there, look, there is a wire. So I might get away now. Oh, it's shit hot, there you go. So the microphone, I can just tape up there. You stay up there, microphone. Let me just put these in a safe place, because I will lose them. Too legit to quit now, mate. Too legit to quit. We're cooking with gas. It worked out perfect. It's not poking through too far. That one, I didn't squeeze too hard on that one. I squeezed a wee bit harder. Oh, misses. So that's perfect, because I'm still going to have to drill those bits out. They're going to need to be hollow again when I make a new one of these, mate. Please, please do not let me fucking forget the mold release spray. I need to spray this with mold release spray before I put the silicone on first, okay? I mean, I spray it first with the mold release spray before I put on the silicone. Don't let me forget, because if I forget that, oh, we might not have a Stormtrooper helmet at all, but please don't let me forget. Normal people get worried about, well, normal things. Me, I've been sitting worried for the past hour or so about this. I remember the silicone mold release spray. If I get this wrong, if this doesn't work, I'm going to end up with this completely covered in silicone. It'll be ruined. I really don't want to ruin this. You could some of you will understand and some of you will be like, you are a fucking giant child. I don't know, man. I think I might do a wee tester bit on the back. And then that way, if it only fucks up that bit,
I could sand that down. I could, yeah, only need to repair one wee bit. If I fuck up one wee bit, I only need to repair one wee bit. I'm not destroying the whole thing. Right, move along, mate. Move along.
Yeah, so it looks like the camera doesn't like that light, so it's doing this flickery thing. So, just in case it is happening on the video, I'll try and hurry this bit up. We've blocked all the holes with some white tack. That's the battery compartment. That's the speaker holes, they're all blocked. So when the mold's done, I just need to sand that bit off. But we're not worrying about that just now, we're testing the thing. I've already gave it a good wipe down to make sure it's dry and dust free, but I'm going to do that again. And then give it a wee blast of this before I give it a blast of this. I'm doing this in the shed because this, you know, aerosols and stuff, shake can well. Spray evenly from a distance of 20 to 25 to 30 centimeters. I just want that bit. My point is it releases silicone so the silicone won't stick to it, right? But I need to paint the silicone on, so with me painting the silicone on, am I removing this while painting it on? Or am I lubricating my paint? We'll find out. Right, there's not really much I can do now. Right. That's all we need for a tester. Give me that brush. Right. So, I'm just going to imagine that. Oh man, no, I don't need to imagine anything. I'm going for it. Look, it looks like I'm actually getting away with that. It looks like I'm not removing the mold release spray. I'm using one of those shitty kids brushes because this is definitely going to be ruined after this. Oh look, it's still coming out. Right, you could live there. I can tell by just this one wee patch, because I want to make this as thick as possible. I'm going to need a lot of these. Oh, this shit's still coming out. Ah, right, I'm going to jam a nail in there. Right. So that's enough. It looks like it hasn't been fucking with the... Right, so it's definitely on there. And it's nice and thick. Well, it's going to be as thick as I could possibly get it. So I want to see if I could peel the whole thing off and see how long this takes to dry. I'm going to have to move this back into the house though, because the moisture level in the air is quite high just now. We're in winter. If this works, then we're going to cover the whole fucking thing in this silicone and mold release spray. Right. For you, it'll only be a minute. For me, well, it's always fucking ages for me. Right, see you in a minute. There, that's better. None of this fucking flashing nonsense. Ah, you know why that flashing happens? Because the light bulb is actually flashing. It's just our eyes can't pick it up, but the camera is picking up. I think it's 60 frames per second, which means our eyes can't even see 60 frames per second. Something like that. May the Star Wars gods help me or have mercy on my soul. I'm getting really paranoid now that I think I fucked this up. I really hope I haven't fucked this up. Man, it's my only Stormtrooper helmet. I don't want to be... Well, I suppose it's only a wee bit of damage I need to repair, but I don't want any damage. I want no damage. Ah, this is going to take a while, so clickbait to be continued. See you in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. Ta-ta!